Good morning, children. Miss Elizabeth is here to show you how to make the fluffiest buttermilk pancakes you've ever tried. I'm going to show you because we divide our ingredients into dry ingredients, and on the other hand we have our wet ingredients. So let's get started. Here we have the flour, okay, just normal flour. We've got a tablespoon and a half of sugar, which we are going to pour into our flour. We've got a teaspoon of salt that we're going to throw in, yep. And we have a teaspoon of baking powder that we are going to also fit in here. Okay, now with a whisk, okay, we are going to mix our ingredients, our dry ingredients. So, just 1 minute, I want to show you something, what we call buttermilk, okay? In Spain, it is very complicated. I think actually it would be impossible to find buttermilk, okay? So, there is a trick that you can do buttermilk at home. You just need to put the whole milk with lemon, okay, lemon juice. I buy lemon juice because I rather have this bottle than having to squeeze a lemon, okay? So I've already added the lemon to the butter, the lemon to the milk, because I find that it needs like around 10 minutes to stand and become what we call buttermilk, okay? So as I said, we were going to mix our dry ingredients together, and with a whisk we were going to combine them, yes, until they are all integrated into the flour, okay? So this is enough, okay? So we're gonna leave it for now. Now, let me just get these little cups out of the way. Put them around. Okay, now let's combine the wet ingredients. So I already have my buttermilk, as I said, okay? It has been standing here for like 10 minutes or so. If you watch, it's now more rich than if it would be just milk, okay? So we're going to add our buttermilk in a bowl, and we are going to incorporate our melted butter that I put inside a microwave just to melt. By the way, it's better to use butter than margarine, okay? But if you don't have butter, you can use margarine, but it's better. It tastes better, okay? So I'm going to pour my butter into the buttermilk, and I'm going to mix it a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. And now I am going to pour the egg yolk, okay? I've separated the egg into egg yolk and egg whites because it's going to make it fluffier, okay? You'll see now. I'm going to pour my egg into the wet ingredients that we have here, okay? And I'm going to mix it just like that, so that you have to make sure that the egg yolk breaks, okay? Make sure that the egg yolk breaks. Okay, now that we have our dry ingredients on the side and our wet ingredients already mixed together, what we are going to do is that we are going to incorporate our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients, okay? Now, see? I normally use a spatula, a plastic spatula, because I can scrape the bowls, and that way I can make sure that all my ingredients go inside, okay? Let's put this aside. All right, and now we're not going to use the whisk now. We are going to combine the wet and the dry with the spatula, mixing it, okay? We don't want to overmix our batter, because if we overmix, it's not going to be fluffy and super delicious, okay? So I'm going to mix my batter a little bit more. And now, see that it still look like it's not very well combined, but it is, okay? So, at this point, now that my batter is like this, doesn't look like it's too much mixed. It's when we're going to add our egg yolk, okay? So we're going to add our egg white, sorry. We're going to add our egg white into the batter. And again, we are going to mix a little bit more just to get our egg combined with the rest of the ingredients. And let's see. Good. Now, I'm going to let the batter stand on the side for a little while because we need all the ingredients like to come together and know each other. So I'm going to leave it here to stand, as I say, for a little, like 15 minutes. So now almost 15 minutes have gone by. So look at my ingredients, okay? They are already combined. I'm going to pour them in the jar that I used before, okay? So that way it will make it easier when I'm making my pancakes and putting them onto the grill. Okay, so 1 second. All right, so we have our batter. Remember that this was on high. Okay, we're going to pour a little bit of butter on my grill. I'm going to pour some butter. Again, more butter. Okay, not margarine, but butter. Okay, so I'm going to put just a little bit of this around my grill. Okay, so we want our grill to have butter. I mean, these grill plates really don't stick, but I always like to put butter because it makes the pancakes taste even better. Okay, the more butter, the tastier it will be. Okay, just a little bit more here at this corner. All right. And now that the grill plate is really hot, see that the butter is starting like to fry, I'm going to put it lower, like to medium heat. Okay, in my grill plate it would be like 120 degrees. Okay, so we get our jar and we pour just the amount that we want our pancake to be. Okay, so I'm gonna make 3 at the time. That's why I like to make it in my grill, because you can make more than once at a time. But again, you can use a frying pan over your stove. Okay, so now we have to watch our pancakes because they are going to start like getting some bubbles of air that are going to pop, and that is what is going to tell us that the pancake is ready to flip it over onto the other side. So we have to wait a little bit so that the pancakes they get cooked on one side, and by that time, see the bubbles that are, I don't know if you can see the bubbles. Oh, what a shame. Okay, I'm going to show you the bubbles. Just 1 second. Okay, I don't know if you can see the bubbles that are coming and popping into the pancakes. I'm going to put this a little bit lower so you can see. Okay, so I have to wait, as I said, till they are ready to flip them over. I'm going to put a little bit more heat because I think it went too low and they're not done yet. So don't touch them, please. Make sure you don't touch them until they are ready to be flipped over. Okay? So we have to wait till the bubbles are ready. Okay. See, they are not, just a little bit more. Okay, so the bubbles are now good enough. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use our spatula to flip them over. Okay, I think they need a little bit more to be more toasted, but it depends on how toasted you want your pancakes. Okay, so I'm not left-handed, but I'm going to do this with my left hand to flip it over. Okay. Pancakes is something that we Americans like to have for breakfast in the morning, but here in Spain people like to have it for what they call merienda. It's good. Don't worry. You can have them whenever you like. Pancakes are always welcome. Okay, so now that we flip them, we should wait like 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so because they already cooked on the other side, I'm gonna pour some batter on this side so we can start like moving on and making more pancakes. Okay, so this is basically what you need to do for pancakes. You can always double the recipe if you like. I don't think they're going to be like more than 10 pancakes out of this batter. So if you want to make more than 10, you should like double the whole recipe that I just will give you at the end. Okay? So they're just about to come out. Take them a little bit more. Okay, so here we are finishing our last pancakes. See, what I like about pancakes is they normally don't come out, the first ones don't come out pretty, but then like the last ones come out beautiful. See, this one is ready to go to the side. And well, let's just repeat the experiment with another class, and I'll be making brownies, chocolate brownies. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed my recipe. I'm going to let this here and I'm going to show you the ingredients. Okay, so these are the ingredients for our pancakes. We have the dry ingredients: 160 grams of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, a tablespoon and a half of sugar, a teaspoon of salt. And then the wet ingredients are 300 grams of whole milk, 1.5 tablespoons of lemon. We need to separate our egg and have 1 egg yolk and 1 egg white. And we need 60 grams of melted butter. So this is pretty much it, okay? See you soon.